Hello everyone and welcome back. It's Big Poppa T-Mo playing some No Man's Sky. Where last we left off, we were actually just up that ridge. We were headed over towards what is now marked as hazardous flora. I think it's mismarked. It was supposed to be buried technology module. We'll come up here and see what we got though. Don't like to do too many things off camera, but I had to backtrack a little bit there. No, it is actually hazardous flora. So we're going to leave that one alone. And what we're going to do is we're going to change our marker. Oh, we have a predator. There it is. Oh, we have several. We're going to run away a little bit because there is a sentinel too close. Boltcaster, reload. Reload, fat boy. Okay, we are loaded up. We were going to focus on the artifact over here. But I still want that. I want to get away from that sentinel. I can still hear it. Hear its little pulse. So I want to get off of that hazardous flora as a marker because it's wrong. But as I told you, all of these planets are trying to kill you. This one is no exception, even though the weather is blissful. And I really can't argue about it. And we haven't seen predators until this moment. We got the correct word for traveler. I don't know where that's predator. Here they come. They saw us. Got our GAC out. Let's pop a cap in them. There's another one. I see ya. Okay, we have triggered the sentinels, so we're going to learn some lessons here, guys. Basically, just keep shooting those sentinels. Notice how our life went down dramatically. Oop. We're going to scan the dead critter, and then we are going to boogie and bug on out of here and make a run for shelter because we are not fighting capable right now. Our Boltcaster is weak. Our game is still a little new to be taking on sentinels. Sentinels have found us. We're going to go in this building and let the door close, and you'll see that the sentinels are searching. Since we are inside, they can't see us, and they're kind of dumb that way. So we're going to wait out the 30 seconds and let them finish their search until they are deactivated. Got another 15 seconds. It's really not that big of a deal. You can run away and bob and weave. You can always dig yourself a hole with the terrain manipulator, or you can run and hide behind trees and rocks and stuff. All of which work. But there we go. Sentinel Force deactivated. We are safe to go back outside. But I kind of knew that that was going to happen, that when we triggered the predators, let's go ahead and reload, the sentinels would be nearby enough to see us kill one of them and they'd get triggered. But we got a chance to go ahead and do it. Just shoot the sentinels right in the face. Target on that red eyeball of theirs. Subterrainian Relic. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Scroll brain. Okay, I'm going to tag one of those. And we are right next to, what kind of node is this? Is this, why is it not showing up? Oh, it is sodium. Well, we want some sodium, but more importantly, we needed carbon for our carbon nanotubes so that we could, well, we don't want to use the Boltcaster, moron. calling myself a moron. We want some carbon so we can get some carbon nanotubes on unidentified plant. Because we changed out our multi-tool. We're back to 512. Oh, no, that was still the same as before. It's the animals that are not going to give us the scan, and I didn't check to see how many units we made off of those predators. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of carbon and copperite as a secondary, because we need our terrain manipulator back. Super useful tool. And we needed just one. Two. Of course it's two. I only made one. So we'll make another one real quick. And we'll put our terrain manipulator back in. And look at that right in front of us. There is another artifact. Korvac's word for please. And where are my subterranean relics? Thought I tagged one of them. It's turn to the life form. That's the quest. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's get some of the sodium real quick. Again, make sure we are on the smallest setting. We'll just grab a handful of sodium. So much better than just picking up plants every once in a while. Even though we're taking it for granted, this planet itself is not trying to kill us. It's just the critters that are. So we haven't had to recharge our hazard protection in a while. Heck, we're not even using oxygen very quickly. It's a pretty nice planet. Actually thinking of secondary base. Okay, there's a subterranean relic. Now let's go ahead and widen that beam out. We want a big one, because we're making a hole. And look at that. We made a cave entrance. Let's get off the terrain manipulator real quick. We're going to scan the flora down here. There is cobalt. Cobalt and pure ferrite. Ooh, there's a good mix. Now, the reason I was coming down for the subterranean relics, these are these cubes. Now, we need to make sure that we have adequate space. So what we're going to do, we have 3 slots. That's enough. I'm going to pick up the subterranean relic. It's going to give us these vortex cubes. And quite possibly, it's going to give us a secondary item of what's called tetracobalt. There it is. Let's see if there's any more of these bad boys down here. There are. Did I miss one? I thought there were 5 sitting right there. Apparently there were only 4. Now they stack in 5s. There's number 5. So now we have a stack of the vortex cubes that takes up 1 inventory space, and the tetracobalt are going to take up 1 because they also only stack in 5s. There's some more. The cubes themselves are worth some money in the galactic trading. Switch to that. Hazardous floor. Let's just go ahead and zap him for the IO2. And so he doesn't hurt us when we get close. So we're going to sell these subterranean relics for a decent amount of profit. It's giving us a warning that inventory is full, but we actually have... Did we not kill. Oh, there's a second one with sodium. Now we have a stack of 5 and then a stack of 1. It should let me pick that up. I don't know why it's not. Unless there are a whole bunch of them. Let's go ahead and fuel this bad boy up. And while we are right here, let's go ahead and process some sodium. We're going to do this for a couple minutes and clean up our inventory a little bit. We'll process the ferrite dust, the sodium, the carbon, and get our space back. Because I really want to pick up those extra vortex cubes. Now the tetracobalt also is interesting because it transmutes into ionized cobalt at a very high ratio, which I'll show you once we get around to that. In the meantime, we're just going to let that roll for a second. Our starship is not too far away. We're going to have to blast our way up through there to get to that. Because I don't remember where the hole that we put in was. I don't see anything else to scan in here. Not too many life forms, not too many plants, and just the one mineral. So yeah, kind of boring. Let's go pick up that subterranean relic. Gives us one more vortex cube. It should have let us pick it up before. I don't know why. Oh, it was because it gave us an additional tetracobalt. We have 6. Now you see those are actually worth, a stack of 5 is worth 30,000 units. A stack of 5 of these is worth 29,000 units. That's a decent amount of money just for picking up boxes out of caves. Normally worth the detour. It's almost done, but let's go ahead and just take a look down here. That goes all the way down to the water level. It's kind of cool. If you like cave exploring, that's always something you can do on your own time. There's some pretty interesting things in caves sometimes. Let's go ahead and I'm going to show you the tetracobalt. We'll take the single stack. It does every 1 tetracobalt turns into 150, which is an awful lot. But we already had a stack of ionized cobalt. So we'll get rid of the 1 tetracobalt and do that. Let's see, what else can we go ahead and do? We're going to do the ferrite dust. Turn that into some pure ferrite. Then we'll probably turn the pure ferrite into magnetized ferrite. Just get everything to stack up nice and neat. Then we'll run through this for about another minute. Starting to run a little short on time. These videos are actually kind of annoying that they're as short as they are. But with a new YouTube channel, they don't let me do long videos yet. Hopefully in the future, I'll be able to extend the length. Right now, I'm limited to 15 minutes. So, we are going to just do those. And actually, I think that's a limitation on the PlayStation 4. Those 15-minute increments, and I think I'm only allowed to do it on YouTube. So one of these days we'll get longer videos up. In the meantime, though, I'm going to continue doing these short little 15-minute bursts, and we'll continue on. So until next time, if you like this video, give me a big old thumbs up down below, and maybe subscribe, because I'll be doing more, and it'll give you the notifications of when I do. Until then, fly safe.